is Tim Lerch, and today I'm going to go through a page that Ted Greene wrote for the song Ain't Misbehavin. Ted would write these pages of what he called walking chords, and as you can hear from what I just played, they kind of develop a walking bass kind of feeling. One chord per beat for the purposes of accompanying a singer or a melody player. They're great to look at because it's, first of all, it's a way to learn your inversions. And secondly, it's a great way to work on your pulse, because a lot of times we need to make sure that our quarter note pulse is really nice and solid and feels good, isn't herky-jerky or too stiff. So this is a great way to work on that too, because there's no place to hide. And I'm going to go through this 8 bars at a time. There's 8, the first 8, the second 8, and the bridge. And of course, you probably know Ted's pages look like this. And this page is available at tedgreene.com in the tunes section of the archives. And I'll also stick it on the end of this video so you can take a look at it. And we're just going to go through it. So the first, it might also be helpful for you to look at, maybe get a version of Ain't Misbehavin' so you can see what the chords are. This version is in F. I don't know what the original key is. In fake books and things, it's often written in the key of C. Ted is writing basically a 1, 6, 2, 5, and then 5 minor, 1 dominant, 4, 4 minor, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. That's basically the chord progression. And Ted is putting in 2 voicings of each chord. And the first 8 bars are something like this. An F triad in first inversion, F6 in second inversion with the 5th in the bass, then D minor 7, a first inversion D minor 7, a G minor 7 in first inversion, a second inversion G minor 7, C7 6 or C13, and a C7 chord in first inversion, C minor with 5th in the bass, C minor 9, F7, then F7 with the flat 7th in the bass, B flat in first inversion, B flat major 7, B flat minor 6, and B flat minor 6 with a G in the bass, F major 7, F6 with 5 in the bass, D7 with 5 in the bass, D7 with 3 in the bass, or D triad with 3 in the bass, G9 with flat 7th in the bass, and then G7 with 5 in the bass, C11, C7 with B flat in the bass, or the flat 7, A minor 7 with 7th in the bass, D7, D triad in first inversion, G7 with 7th in the bass, first inversion G triad, G7 with flat 7th in the bass, G13. Okay, I'll do that one more time so you can hear it without me talking. First 8 bars. The second 8 bars go like this. bridge there. Little different chord progression on this one toward the end. Starts off, this is midway down the page, there's a little squiggly line indicating that it's the second 8. An F major 9, F major 7, D minor 7, D minor 7 with flat 7th in the bass, G minor 7, G minor 7 with flat 7th in the bass, and C7, then C7 with flat 7th in the bass. F11 or F7 with 11, C minor 7 with 11 on top, F13 or F7-6 as Ted calls it, F triad, B flat with an added 9 in first inversion, B flat major 7, B flat minor 6, B flat minor 6 with F in the bass, A minor 7 over G, D triad. Now on the page, Ted's got this chord, and for obvious reasons, I'm going to change it to this because it's easier to finger. If there's one chord fingering or two chord fingerings that make the difference between success and failure, just change it. So I kept everything that I could keep on this chord, D7th chord with the 7th in the bass. Then this chord is what's written. And I also find that very difficult, particularly to get from where I was, so I just play a G triad. Then there. So we compromise a little bit, C7, then F7, a little two-note F7 over E flat, B flat 7 as that note moves, those two notes move down, B flat 7, E minor 7, flat 5, which looks like G minor 6 right here, A7 over C sharp. Now let's look at the bridge. D minor 6, 4 different inversions of D minor 6, then B flat 9 over flat 7 over 3, then G9, G7 again over the 5th of the chord, then back up to flat 7 in the bass, then D7, D9, D9 again, D9 again. Then this beautiful little passage here, C triad. I'm using the alternative note here for the E7 flat 9, A minor, D minor, and then a D7 augmented, G minor 11, G13, G minor 7 with 11 on top, C7, D7, A flat 7, G9, C11, and C7. And then it goes back to the top, hits the coda, and plays the last 4 chords. I am now going to try and play this thing slowly while I whistle or hum the melody. See if we can bring it all together. he says to do a turnaround, which I'm doing here. So that's Ain't Misbehavin'. It's quite long. I'm sorry I couldn't get into any great detail. There aren't a lot of chord substitutions here. Mostly it's just inversions. And it's a great way to get your inversions, those pesky little difficult to finger inversions under your fingers. So please go to tedgreene.com and look for this page, Ain't Misbehavin', Walking Chords by Ted Greene. And hang around over there at the tedgreene.com and look at the forums and check into what's going on. There's all kinds of great material over there. By the way, I also do online lessons. So if you're interested in taking a lesson about any of these things, then please get in touch with me. Okay, thank you very much.